Alright, dude, reviewing session from 5/2/2017, so which was a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, SPY 52-week trend. Sorry, let me get a 1-year chart. So SPY ETF of the S&P 500. So big picture is up. Recent trend action is about 6 bars of sideways at a prior swing high. So the long-term trend still is up. Top 2 pre-market movers, Angie's List. So this was a no-go, even though it's a tech sector. We like that. What does Angie do? She reviews places like a poor man's Yelp. So 50% gap. I'm out. The next one was AMD, which Advanced Micro Devices. We know this name, but 13% gap. I'm out. So just before I get into the one good trade that I found today, we'll talk about Coach. So big picture in Coach is kind of going sideways. This isn't like a perfect trade, but you could have said maybe had an alert here at this prior swing high. Well, I think this is one of those examples of we gap up 7%, and a Cove H trade would have worked out pretty nicely here. But this is one of those deals where you say, hey, this is a good trade, but it's keeping me out of the other bullshit like Angie and AMD. So anyway. Thought on that. The only good trade is going to be a short video today. PayPal. So PayPal, financial sector. Obviously, they allow you to pay for things online and transfer money to people without the use of banks. So big picture. Let me kind of switch one of these boards. How the fuck you do that? Anyway, it's not on this shit. Anyway, whatever. So you can just see that long term we're kind of like sideways to up. So this is a big picture uptrend. I'm going to call it uptrend since we're at 52-week highs. A trend action. This is like a potential breakaway gap on the 27th on some super high volume. So the average volume before that was like 7 million. So we're doing like 4 times the normal volume on a gap up. So out of some sideways action. 252-week highs, followed by like a 3-bar triangle, last day narrow range inside day. So I had looked at this coming into Tuesday, but trying to predict instead of just saying, like having a plan. If we get above 48, if we get below like 47, if we get above 48, and if we get below 46.75, like I don't know why it's that complicated. So really, like the plan is, and maybe you could have taken some trades, like saying, okay, I'm looking for a breakout. From like 47.71 to 47.32, like maybe, but because the volume's still really good and this narrow range day volume still really high, so maybe you could have been saying that. I'm just going to focus on where the clear trade is above this 48.10 level, which was the 52-week high, all-time high for our intents and purposes. Those are possible ways we could have traded it. If we just traded above and then went sideways, like we talked about. You said like an hour is a fucking long time, so maybe like 30 minutes. Sideways, or just like we talked about, just I know like that's what I meant too by holding higher was like sideways consolidation, but it is true that I need to rein in my language and speak in a way that's very clear. So, or we get the intraday uptrend, you could buy the second breakout of the second higher high, or if we opened above and V down, could ABC into the opening range and then buy the opening range resistance become support, or trade up to this 48.10 level, kind of hit it. ABCD into that level, break it, and buy resistance become support in there. So what do we get intraday? We open lower. Oh my god, that's so great for a buy. Higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low. So you could have been buying right in here. Well, it could have been a buy spot when we talked about like in our plan after 10 o'clock. When you would risk maybe below VWAP, so 20 cents right in there. Here's your 30-minute sideways above the all-time high. So we're talking about holding higher above all-time high. You're still making higher highs, higher lows, and consolidating. So there's another entry potentially right there. Then we don't really get a spot. I mean, maybe some of these little pops you could have called that, but adding on the higher lows, and then hold to the end of the day because this is an obvious trend trade. So you talk about it's one good trade a day, man. That's like all it takes, and PayPal's on the radar because it easily had an alert set at 48.10. Like this is an easy trade to not miss. So just once again, have not placed a trade. Just like focus on doing the right thing. I saw like Tesla, but I am not focused on counter trend trades. So I would just rather spend all my mental energy like getting really, really good at trend trading. So anyway, short video today. PayPal is the shit. Later, dude.